Hello, and welcome to this video discussing how to make an export compliant file summary to provide to CGTech tech support. CGTech is subject to U.S. export laws and regulations, and we want to help ensure that you and CGTech follow these laws and regulations when we exchange data or even during online collaboration. Please note that the information shared in this video is for general informational purposes only. It's not meant to constitute legal advice, and this video is meant to provide users with general information regarding U.S. export compliance obligations. You can always reach out to your legal or compliance department for specific guidance on information you'd like to share with CGTech. As you may know, CGTech's North American Tech Support Department consists of U.S. and non-U.S. personnel. CGTech does not need a user's export controlled information in most cases to provide support. We prefer that users send generic non-production information with any support requests when possible. This video is intended to help users avoid such information sharing. Since CGTech's North American Tech Support team includes non-U.S. personnel, it's important that users identify any export controlled information prior to sending it to CGTech. Export controlled information may fall under the ITAR or EAR designation, and the controlled information may be identified by a category number or ECCN, as shown on the screen here. Sometimes this information may be found on a print or other production documentation as well. The bottom line here is we don't want to have to share export controlled information if we don't have to. I'm now going to demonstrate how you can provide a file summary to tech support that can be shared with anyone. And we're going to start with original data, and I'm going to sanitize it or dumb it down. And this can include removing any specific part, end item information, tooling, fixturing, and ideally the file summary sent could be shared with U.S. and non-U.S. persons within CGTech's North American Tech Support team without restriction. So as we see here, I have my Vericut project. I'm getting ready to do my verification and simulation. And of course I didn't write this program. Kidding. So as we can see, I have a lot of major problems here. And I've quickly realized that I can't figure these all out. It's something about my work offset, tooling, etc. And I determined that I need to submit this to tech support. As we can see, I have a ITAR sensitive component here. I have CUI, which is controlled unclassified information, an NC program, my header information, other codes, and tooling data is enough to constitute CUI. I've talked with compliance and my boss, and we've determined that I can't send this project as is. Now I'm going to try and sanitize it to where I can send it without having to find these different codes and other aspects. What I've done is I just went ahead and created another setup just by right-clicking. I've copied it and pasted it. So both of these setups are identical, and now I can go to my second setup. We're calling it non-ITAR sensitive here, and I'll make that one active. I can also just deactivate one or the other. Now when I reset and just hit step one time, we'll notice that I've removed the design model. That's the first thing. I don't need it in this case. My support question is not pertaining to auto difference or a comparison, so I don't need the design model whatsoever. If I look at the NC program, since it's relating to work offsets or maybe tool length, I don't need to submit the entire NC program either. So now I've created this CUI safe op. I've stripped out header information. I can even change the O number and just give us the basic information. Hey, when it moves into position, I'm hitting the part. I don't need 20, 30,000 lines of code to determine that. And maybe even with subsequent tools, same thing. So I've removed a lot of information here. This would not even make a part. If anything, it's going to make a few holes. So now that I've sanitized that, and I'm getting ready to send it to tech support, and everybody agrees on my side that, hey, yeah, I can share that with anybody, I'm going to go ahead and save the project as something else. My non-compliant ITAR, I can even go in and, of course, remove the initial setup, so that information is not even there when I go to create my file summary. This is some of the things to consider when submitting a file summary to CGTech support for further review. If you do have to share sensitive or export controlled data, you should use this link. This goes straight to an inbox that is accessible only by U.S. personnel. You will need your customer ID and the export classification information that we spoke of earlier. If you have sanitized it, even if it is a sanitized, dumbed down file summary, we do not want you to use your email attachments. Use the upload links. This helps us track data. As you can see, we also document anytime we send and receive data to our end users. This is our standard upload link. Again, you'll just need your customer ID here. You don't need any other codes. For the sake of being compliant, this video does not contain any export controlled information as defined by the International Traffic in Arms Regulations and or the Export Administration Regulations. I just downloaded this widget online and created it just for this purpose. Reach out to support@cgtech.com with any other questions you may have. Thank you.